ఎలక్ట్రాన్లు ఉన్నట్లుగా గుర్తించారు. ఓహో, ఇది కారణం. ఏ మూలకానికైనా దాని పరమాణువులో బాహ్య కర్పణంలో 8 ఎలక్ట్రాన్లు ఉంటే అది రసాయన చర్యల్లో పాల్గొనదు. ఇక ఈజీ అయిపోయింది. సోడియంకి అవుటర్ షెల్లో 1 ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఉంది, దానికి ముందు దాంట్లో 8 ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఈ 1 ఎలక్ట్రాన్ అవుటర్ షెల్ వదిలేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్గా లాస్ట్ బట్ 1 షెల్ అవుటర్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి last but one shell will become in sodium outer shell. Then automatically what will happen is 1s2 2s2 2p6 sodium 10 electrons, so it will form sodium ion. Sodium ion will react with chloride ion, where the electron lost by sodium would be taken away by chlorine to form chloride ion. In that way, both will have 8 electrons in the outer shell. This by sodium by losing and chlorine by gaining. And sodium ion, chloride ion being electrically charged, they attract each other. They attract each other. Because charged particle is called ion. This bond, it is between charged particles, it is between ions. That's why we call it as charged particle. When the bond is between ions, it will be automatically called as ionic bond. Okay, that is how sodium chloride is called, given a name with ionic bond. If it is chlorine and chlorine, no atom will lose electron, both will try to gain electrons. That's why what they do is they share electrons to have 8 electrons, and that way, because they uniformly covalent, they form covalent bond because they share the electron pair. Each will contribute 1 electron, and both will have same extent of attraction to that electron pair. That's why covalent bond. In this way, bonding will be there. Automatically, valencies are understood. Valencies are nothing but outer electrons. In this way, chemistry became very easy. Friends, any subject, if you want really to understand, let it be physics or chemistry or whatever it may be, you must have an idea regarding the history of that subject. Direct textbook, if you take, because it is not giving every time the history, you may not follow that. Therefore, you have internet, you can open it. In what way chemistry was developed from the beginning, in what way physics was developed from the beginning, you can understand. Regarding physics, by 1900s, physics people said, we discovered each and everything. There is nothing left out in physics to determine. If anybody says this is the thing, they did not accept. By 1900s, physics scientists were very happy. They found they discovered each and everything, they invented everything. But by that time, because electrons were not known, protons were not known, neutrons were not known, they did not have any idea about these minute particles. They always thought about bigger particles, where Newton's gravitational laws, Newton's laws of motion, they are applicable. They are clearly applicable. That's why they felt everything we understood. Even in electrostatics and everything, whatever they thought, they were correct. But by the discovery of these new minute particles, they failed totally, and they understood, okay, we did some mistake. We did not totally discover or invent total physics. There are things to be known. That is why the quantum science has been developed. Quantum science is purely meant not for bigger objects, but only for minute particles like electrons, protons, photons, like. In that way, the humans discovered a little, but for the time being, that is more than enough because they are discovering using that, are inventing so many medicines and other things. The recent Nobel Prizes also, you can see in sciences, particularly physiology. Do you remember for what experiment physiology Nobel Prize was given? Physiology or medicine? Both are one and the same. They give one prize there. It was for modification of nucleic acid base in messenger ribonucleic acid, mRNA. Anybody has, or do you have any idea about nucleic acids? At least some of you? DNA and RNA. Nucleic acids are polynucleotides. You know them. Polynucleotides. One nucleotide is a combination of with one nucleic acid base unit like pyrimidine base or purine base, one sugar molecule, that is ribose molecule or deoxyribose molecule, and one phosphate group. A nucleotide contains three parts: nucleic acid base, sugar component, and phosphate component. If sugar component is ribose, then you call it as RNA, ribonucleic acid. If the sugar component is deoxyribose, you call it as DNA. In messenger RNA, they wanted to change, to modify the structure of the base unit, that is base, sugar, phosphate. They did not touch phosphate, they did not touch sugar part, only they touched this nucleic acid base. They modified it and prepared special nucleic acid. They used as components against COVID viruses in the form of vaccine. COVID vaccine they prepared. In that COVID vaccine, they used these modified nucleic acid based nucleotides prepared by these people who got recent Nobel Prize. Means this research is purely at molecular level. Then, if you go to chemistry Nobel Prize was given to quantum dots discovery or preparation of quantum dots. What are these quantum dots? Quantum means, related to very minute particles. In nano sizes, if groups of molecules are arranged or groups of atoms are arranged, they also are not visible. They are even smaller than our point size. Therefore, they are quantum dots. Dot means, a full stop line. Quantum dots they were called, and these quantum dots, what is the importance of those dots to get Nobel Prize made? For example, gold you take. Gold, when you see it, it is very beautiful in yellow color, very shining metal. When you take it in the powdered form to such an extent, you take the quantum dots of gold, it will appear purple. You will never believe it is gold. Its properties will be totally changed due to the change in sizes of particles. The real properties like magnetic nature, electrical properties, etc., even colors particularly, they change. Then what is the use? When the particles are of quanta size, such a small size, nanometer size, what will happen is these particles can be used in different ways, mostly as semiconducting materials. Semiconducting materials. Therefore, semiconducting materials will be quantum dots. Special inner body images also can be found using quantum particles. Therefore, there will be, for example, X-ray like images can be produced with MRIs and all those things. They will be done with quantum particles. Even in artificial intelligence, the semiconductors used are of quantum size. That means quanta are such small particles where even our regular substances, for example, tellurium selenide, a compound, it will lose its properties. Originally, it will have some properties, chemical, physical properties, but in quantum size, it will have totally different properties. Its electrical and other properties will be totally changed. That is why quantum particles are of more importance, and for that Nobel Prize was given. In different times, you can go and see the applications of quantum particles in regular science, medicine, and everywhere. You will understand it. What about physics? Physics is still a better thing. They discovered attoseconds, ATTO. Atto means 10 to the power of minus 18. Attosecond. That is, they prepared lasers of such a small size, 10 to the power of minus 18 centimeters. Such a small size lasers, they will be useful to study the properties of very, very minute particles like electrons and their dynamics. Means future will be very easy to understand because we have lasers to study even the motions of electrons, movements of electrons, where are they moving, all these things will be studied. That's why physics also, for minute size, for quantum or less than quantum size, that is auto size, the Nobel Prize was given. In that way, all science research is oriented towards minute states of matter, and future also will be like that. Therefore, when you go for future studies, concentrate on minute particle size subjects, even artificial intelligence, machine learning, all these things, they come with this. Right? So, that is nanoscience where I am telling. Now, economic sciences prize. For what purpose it was given? Economic sciences, that is for economics. A research was done between 1790 and latest up to 2020. Between these periods, a research was studied in what way? Regarding the incomes of, the earnings of ladies, that is women, throughout the world. How many hours they were doing work, how many hours they had no work, how their income was, how it was contributed to their families. This was the research done in economics, which got Nobel Prize. That research work gave a beautiful graph regarding the incomes of these women during these hundreds of almost 1790 till recently. In the beginning, the income was in such a way more than 50% ladies used to work. More than 50%, almost 60%. Only 40% were housewives. Remaining were in the beginning 1790s, 90s like that. It was very high. Well, the time passed, but that by the time you come to 1850, what happened is the income got decreased. The income got decreased means they were not working. Why they did not work? When it was 1790, the countries depended mostly on agriculture. In that agrarian period, ladies used to work in the fields throughout the world. That's why the incomes contributed to the family by women were very high. By 1850, maximum industrialization had taken place. When maximum industrialization has taken place, the income of ladies has come down. The contribution by ladies to the families were down because most of the women were not employed in industry. And some industries even banned ladies, thinking that they cannot do work for continuously so many hours. Then, by the end of 1870s, 80s, again the system had changed from agriculture to industry. Now the third stage has come, that is service work. Service work means teachers, government employees, like that. The system had changed totally. When the system had changed, again the contribution to the family by ladies or women, it increased. It is gradually increasing even today, and maximum work is contributed by them also. That is how the incomes to the families contributed by women part, it was experimentally, that is, it was thoroughly studied, and a graph of U came. U means in the beginning high, then gradually decrease, then increase. Now it is in increasing order. That is how further economic sciences was given Nobel Prize. Of course, Peace Prize, an Iranian lady, she got it because she struggled a lot for the education of women in Iran and also for the freedom and democracy. She worked several times. She got a threat for her life without caring them. She continuously is working. That's why the Peace Prize was given to her. In that way, regarding Nobel Prizes, how the things are going on, you can understand. Children, finally, only 2, 3 words I will tell and close my meeting. You are at first year or second year graduation or third year graduation. It is high time to prepare for any competitive exam. Don't waste your time after going away to home. Whiling away time is the worst thing to happen. If you work for the coming 2, 3 years, you will be in very good position by getting either IAS, IPS, or Group 1 services, whatever it may be. You plan from today, get newspapers. Either you buy regularly one Hindu. Hindu is a must because it covers all types of international affairs and national affairs going on. Their editorials are very, very important. One local paper also, Telugu, you take. These two papers will give you maximum knowledge, particularly while preparing for IAS, IPS, and other exams. If you have any plan also, business you want to start also, there are so many things, business articles also they come. Therefore, continuously you prepare from now onwards. Forget about simply whiling away times with friends. If you do like this, from now onwards, if you start working and dedicate yourself, don't think these in what way they are useful. All those, wherever some important point is there, you note down, prepare your own notes, keep it for long. so that whenever it is required, you will prepare for the exam and do it. Then books like Malayalam Manorama, yearbook, it comes, that will cover all types of matter. Therefore, 1 year, this year if you take, it will be useful in your future also. In that way, if you study, you will be number one, you will be getting a job, or you will be getting a profession, whatever you like. That way, you will start, I hope. Thank you.
Thank you for an enlightening speech, sir. We are now moving on to the second session of our Science Miracle Show. I kindly request all of you to join us for this session.
Hello. Welcome. Friends, the today's seminar is Science and Social Awareness. What we are knowing, only the purpose of getting ranks, only the purpose of survival to our life, only for the sake of getting any job? No. To govern the society. How we are cheating by the stupid fellows, even though you are getting more degrees and PhDs and ముందు వెనక పేర్లు పెట్టుకుంటా ముందు డాక్టర్ వెనకాల ఇంకేదో ఉండాలా అయినా సరే ఎలా మోసపోతున్నాం. ఏమిటి మనకు వచ్చిన తెలివి? సర్టిఫికెట్లకే పరిమితమా? అమ్మా తొందరలే త్వరగా రావాలి పైకి తొందరగా. ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఈ ప్రపంచం మొత్తంలో పైకి రావాలని కోరుకునేది నిస్వార్థంగా ఇద్దరు వ్యక్తులు. ఒకటి ఆర్టీసీ కండక్టర్, ఆ తర్వాత నేనే. ఆయన కూడా పైకి రా అంటే రామే నేను స్టేజ్ పైకి రమ్మంటుంటా. ఇప్పుడు కాదులే, నేను 3వ తరగతిలో ఉన్నప్పుడే అడిగిన మా హెడ్ మాస్టర్ సార్ని, సార్ నేను స్టేజ్ పైకి వస్తా అని. ఆయన ఏమన్నాడో తెలుసా? ఒరే పిచ్చోడా, స్టేజ్ పైకి రావాలంటే మామూలు విషయం కాదురా, నువ్వు ఏదో ఒక స్టేజ్కి రావాలన్నాడు. అవునా? నేను చెప్తున్నా, స్టేజీ పైకి ఉన్నప్పుడే కాదు, పోయిన తర్వాత కూడా రావాలి. ఉన్నప్పుడే కాదు, పోయిన తర్వాత కూడా రావాలి. అలాగే చేయాలి. ఏదో ఒక స్టేజ్కి రమ్మన్నాడు. ఆగలా. ఏం పేరు? వాట్ యువర్ నేమ్? क्या नाम है आपका? నాకు 3 భాషలు వచ్చని తెలుసుకోవడానికి. ఓకే, ఇందులో ఏముంది? कुछ दिखता है इसमें? So nothing is inside to see anything. ఇంగ్లీష్ వరదరాలు వస్తా అప్పుడప్పుడు నాకు. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఇస్ ఎంటీ. ఏమిటి? ఎంటీ. ఓకే, నీ చేతిలో ఏముందో ఒకసారి చూడు. ఏముంది నీ చేతిలో? ఈతలు ఉన్నాయి కదా మే? వీడియో వాడు కొంచెం తెలియదు చెప్పండి రా. ఓకే, నీ పేరు ఏదన్నావు? మానస, ఒకసారి అలా గాలి తీసి ఈ బాటిల్ వేసి తొందరకి. మామూలు విషయం బిడ్డ. ఓ మానసక్కు, నేను ఆంధ్ర నుంచి వచ్చాను బిడ్డ. ఓల్డ్ ఖర్చు అయింది.